Hi you guys, it's Tonya, and today I want to share with you the finished mini album. This is the Teresa Collins Urban Market mini album that I created for the Ustream last Monday night. I have a few blog posts that are relevant to this mini album, some frequently asked questions, and then a prep guide for cutting. So if you're interested, make sure you check out the link that's down in the description down below. Again, this was from our Ustream on Monday, June the 2nd, 2014. Also, I want to say a special thank you to Scrapbooking with Me Boutique for sponsoring this Ustream and doing a great giveaway over on the live broadcast. I know it was a lot of work getting this organized, and they took care of all the administrative side of this, that from managing the kit orders and getting everything shipped out to everybody. So thank you so much for that, and I really appreciate it. So make sure you thank those ladies when you get a chance. They did a fantastic job at marketing this as well. So thank you ladies for that, and thank you for your support. With that said, there's also a link on my blog for next month's kit, so if you're interested, go check it out. So today I finished the mini album, and I want to give you a quick walkthrough. We're going to go through every page, even though some of this I did on the Ustream, so that you have it in a complete video. So to start with, we have this little paper clip that we made on the show, and when you slide it across, you can open this up to have a photo here and journaling spot. And then the paper clip is also holding down this piece. And I had it down at an angle. My idea for this was not to glue this down, because I thought that I would be able to either put a photograph on each side or I could journal on the back side, but I'm going to wait till I add my photos to decide what I want to do with this. So we're going to leave it alone for now. Plus, I love the black peekabooing out from underneath here. I love all of these multi-layers here on this. Also, in the prep guide, I said that I would give you an alternative for binding this if you don't have a cinch or a bind at all. That has been answered in the frequently asked questions that's in the blog link below. So then we have this transparency, and we can put a photograph on the back using glossy accents on the front of the photograph. And then on the back of the photograph, just attach a second photograph, and it would be perfectly fine, and you could have two photos back to back. Or you could do paper on the back side so that you could see the, you could have journaling spot or something. Then on this side, we have the flags, and plenty of space for a photo, and then journaling, photo, journaling, photo, journaling. All of the Polaroids that you see here I cut with my silhouette, and I left them open so I could add photos under there. Love all the layering. And also in the frequently asked questions, I had someone ask, they didn't have the grand caliber and they didn't have an electronic cutter, so they wanted to know how they could achieve the same look. So I have a cutting guide on the frequently asked questions. You can download and then cut it out, and then place it on top of your pattern paper and cut it out. And then on this piece, in the Ustream, we just ended it with the seam binding, and then after the Ustream, I ran across this wooden feather that was part of the kit and put it on there and added a little Wink of Stella to it. This is the cover, that's the hard cover. And then here is the embellishment cluster. I just love how that looks. Isn't it gorgeous? Make sure you guys are still seeing it. Then on this side, after the Ustream, I had this sticker that I added. It says the story, and then I left this open for either journaling or a photograph. I didn't do anything different from this from the Ustream. Left this open for a photograph. We have journaling here. Left this open for a photograph. A lot of these pages, I think it's okay in mini albums when you make them to leave them open for photos, because it's nice to be able to add embellishments after the photo's been added, so that you know where the negative space is in the photo. So don't feel like you have to cover every single page. I think that gets exhausting. But it is nice, if you're going to leave a nice space open like this, to add a little corner embellishment like we did here. But not every page needs a frame. Then on this page, this flap opens up. And the idea I had here was that I could put a journal spot here if I wanted to. And I think I left this where I could tuck something in if I wanted to. And then this page I left for just the title and this little embellishment cluster, which I really liked. And I think I did this in the Ustream, but I added this piece after the Ustream. This is where I began after the Ustream was over. So I did this little embellishment cluster, and these pages I'm going to spend a little more time talking about. But again, I did the faux stitching on the embellishment cluster itself, and then glued it down to the topper. And on this page, I used the anchor, and I used this glitter nail polish that I used in the show to paint the anchor, just to give it a little pizzazz and sparkle. And even under here, these are open so I can add my photographs and then glue them down. And then I think we made this in the show, but I added the little wooden heart piece from the Cosmo Cricut collection that came with the kit. And then on this side, this is the pocket page. I just made an embellishment cluster to go here in the front. And then I created this little card slide out that I used some of the circles from the stickers as pull tabs. And I can add 2 photos, or I can add journaling with a white pen, a white gel pen. And also there's enough space in this envelope that I could add a couple of these if I wanted to. The only thing I added after the Ustream was this little enamel dot, the wooden documented piece, and then this little tab from the sticker set. On this one, we had what matters most is in life is good times. So love how that turned out with that little embellishment cluster. And these are from the kit, the little wooden Polaroid frames. Now on this page, I have a lot of scraps being used. What I decided to do is, this was from the cut apart page, I believe, or else it was from the ephemera pack. But this piece that comes across here, it's kind of hard to see probably in video, but it has lines on it, is the back side of the curly bracket that's in the front that's blue. And I just made a little embellishment cluster down here, and then this is one of the chipboard stickers, and I just cut a fishtail at the bottom. And then this is one of the border stickers. I just placed it on top of that fishtail just to give it some interest. This was a scrap that was left over from when we cut the paper down, and instead of doing it as an independent page, I added it here as a frame. And then this word love was just cut out with a piece of scrap. This embellishment cluster is so cool because it's all mounted to the bottom of the Polaroid, so I will be able to close that down once I add my photo. I left this open for journaling. It's a nice journal spot. And then on this embellishment cluster, again, I used a half doily from a piece of scrap. And then this was in the ephemera pack. This is a chipboard, and this is from that paper that we cut apart. These are the stickers. And what I did was, on the back of these, I added baby powder to them so they weren't sticky anymore, so that I wouldn't have to worry about them sticking down until I added my photo. Once my photo's in place, then I can come back and add them. And then I just added in some little flat back pearls that I had on my desk. I left this page open. Like I said, it's nice to leave some places open so that you can add photos and then add embellishments with the photos. And then on this one, same thing. And this was one of the chipboard cards. I love having these titles in here. And then, you know, every page doesn't have to be a photograph. It doesn't have to be a journal spot. It's nice to have some little titles and things like that. And this collection pack has plenty of those types of things in it. It's so great. Then I just cut this frame out using some scraps. And then this is the other curly bracket page. And again, love the embellishment clusters. All of these that have the black text on them, I went over with the Wink of Stella pen. This feather I went over with the Wink of Stella pen. The flower is actually one that I ripped the top off of and added the button to earlier in the Ustream. And then on this page, this is one of the note cards that I sewed around the edge to make it look like it was sewn onto the paper, and then just added this from the sticker pack. And then this was actually from the page we cut apart, and I just cut it into a flag at the bottom for interest. Finished it off with some enamel dots. And then this is the back of my book. Again, I left this open because I think it will add some interest to this book if one of the you know, several of the photographs are the full size of sheet of paper. So a nice 5x7 photograph would be great there. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me. This particular mini album has just been awesome. I've absolutely loved working with these paper collections, and it's really been nice to have the energy and the interest from all of you guys who've been following me and asking questions and really supporting my channel. So thank you for that, and thank you again to Scrapbooking with Me Boutique for sponsoring the event and for helping to organize the kits and the sales of the kits. And don't forget, if you liked what you see, to hit subscribe. Our next Ustream will be July 7th, I believe, the first Monday in July at 8:30 p.m. And then we also have the kit is already available, and it's in limited quantity, so if you want it, go and get it. And I believe she has it in stock, so it will ship as soon as you place your order and it's paid for. So thanks again for watching, and I hope you have a nice weekend.